Anywhere but here. This is Fly's Top 5. It's the London edition, the English countryside. And I've decided to do some tours outside of London. So when we come back from the break, I will get started with a little bit of Harry Potter. See you right back. Alrighty, welcome back to the show, Fly's Top 5. This is the English countryside. London, I love the countryside even more. And that is, pray to God, always, that is where I'm going to retire, is the English countryside. And I want to encourage you that when you go to London, although there are many things to do, you're not subject to or limited to just the things in the city of London. The first thing that I want to indicate to you that is a must-see, must-do is something that I know that my son's girlfriend, as well as my son's brother and sister-in-law, would love to do, and that is the Harry Potter tour of Warner Brothers Studios in London. And anything Harry Potter is going to be amazing, right? Magical and amazing. This is a 6-hour tour, and it does depart from Victoria Station in London. So the tube is going to be very, very accessible to you, and you will get there in no time. Promise. Tour, you will be escorted or transported on a weather-controlled bus. So in the summer, you'll have air conditioning, and when it's a little bit colder, you'll have heat. So you don't have to worry about that. And it basically is a tour of very popular spots from the Harry Potter series, as well as filming locations. Here's what you should expect. This is a 6-hour tour. This tour is $82.18 currently. What should you expect on the tour? Here's what you should expect. Trace the footsteps of Hogwarts. Become a wizard. Check out platform 9 3/4. Diagon Alley, very popular. Take a look at the Hogwarts Express, which will become a cast member and ride the broom. That would be fun. Cover some the behind the scenes kind of mysteries and on how things work. You will also be provided with some information on how J.K. Rowling came up with Harry Potter and kind of the backdrop story of that. So, whether you are a new Harry Potter fan or an original fan, you will enjoy the presentation on J.K. Rowling. You will also be able to explore Dumbledore's office. $85.19 per person. Well worth it. Aren't you excited just to kind of step into a magical land? Next up, I'm recommending the Cambridge tour from London. It departs from King's Cross, which is also a tube station. So very, very convenient for your starting points for all of these tours, guys. The price of this one is $58.09. Full day tour, and typically it gives me a time frame, 6 hours, 4 hours, 90 minutes, etc. Don't get worried. One full day probably means 10 hours or 12. Get more specific and tell you what you should expect. To Cambridge, there is a 1-hour walking tour, so that's not so bad. The tour is guided, which means it's informational, and it'll give you a lot of facts about Cambridge's history. You will have 4 hours to run free, which is fantastic because some of the tours don't allow you that much flexibility. I love that this particular tour, which is just $58.09, gives you 4 hours of freedom. a little hungry, out to go to the Eagle Pub, which is in the Cambridge area. Very on this tour, it is a round trip, not 10 or 12 hours. It is probably 6 to 6.5 hours. It has the beautiful Bridge of Sighs. Now, this bridge is very popular, and you probably have seen it in a lot of movies. And what I recommend for you in your 4 hours of free time is to find a shop. Go purchase some cheese, crackers, a bottle of wine, or some other beverage, and walk back to Bridge of Sighs and just enjoy the scenery and enjoy your afternoon tea. Exciting. A lot of architecture, a lot of history, and a lot of you time, which is necessary while I'm on vacation. From London, it's just $67.12. And you're probably saying, who, what, and where, and why, Fly Girl, why? Cardiff is on the other side of Wales. You will have about 45 minutes free to... You'll also be able to go to Cardiff Bay and the National Museum. Once you have that 45 minutes free, that's when your guided walking tour begins. And that's when your Welsh guide will be providing you with some details about what you're seeing and historical facts about Cardiff. Your bus operator will also be providing you with some historical facts about what you're seeing. That is the tour ends. You have another hour free. Awesome. Awesome time. And if you're hungry, then of course you can go to one of the restaurants or pubs. There are lots of those in the Cardiff area. So after you do lunch, that's when you go to Carefully Castle. It's a 13th century castle, and it is with 30 acres of land. When you get there, there is a very brief walking tour. After the walking tour, more free time. Guys, you cannot beat this with a stick, especially for the fourth must-see, must-do for the English countryside. Salisbury, Stonehenge, and Bath. This tour is 10 hours. It's $74.87 per person. Here's what you get. You get free hotel pickup and drop off. No tubes, no buses, no cab. Whoa. I will be visiting 3 popular attractions outside the London. You'll be enjoying Salisbury, Stonehenge, and the beautiful, elegant city of Bath. Picked up. It's about a 2-hour drive into Salisbury. This is a 10-hour tour. It's going to be really early in the morning. Hours, catch up on your rest. On this tour, you'll be able to enjoy Salisbury Cathedral. It's a huge, elegant, and colossal structure. It has English's tallest spire. Already had a full morning. Grab some lunch to eat at. Try something local. Try one of the sausage rolls. Once you leave Salisbury, you'll be headed to Stonehenge. And Stonehenge is a very unique structure. It's beautiful. It has a lot of history associated with it. And your tour guide will be able to provide you with any details about that, as well as answer any questions that you might have. Okay? UNESCO World Heritage named the city of Bath top historical places to visit. Stunning architecture, all in Georgian style. Ancient abbeys, and for us, abbeys are churches, so just want to make sure that I provided you with that distinction. So ancient abbeys. So can you imagine the architecture that you're going to be able to enjoy? Need a little cleansing? Go to one of the Roman baths in Bath. Whew, you should be exhausted because your day is over. And you have hours, and now you're on your way back home. And we are on our way to fly the #1 pick, and that is Blenheim Palace, my favorite spot in the entire world. And I am not joking. Do I look like I'm joking to you? This is the Blenheim Palace, the Cotswolds tour from London. It is 10 hours long, and I have a confession to make. I've broken my rule. I said I would never find anything over $100 for you to do. I lied. This tour is $101.44. If you don't love this tour, you can email me to your heart's desire at travelanywherebuthere@gmail.com if you're upset about the $1.44. If you are upset about the $1.44 after going to Blenheim Palace and the Cotswolds tour from London, I don't know what to say about you. A guided tour through Blenheim Palace, which is great because it is so overwhelming. Take a peek in the staterooms, stroll around the many gardens, and don't be fooled because you'll think there's one garden. There's not. There's several gardens. There's even a train. There's even a separate place where you can relax and chill out, is in residence by the Duke and Duchess of Marlborough. Someone has always lived in this palace. In fact, it was the birthplace of Winston Churchill. Yeah, a lot of history about him in the palace as well. Some of the Cotswolds villages that you'll enjoy seeing and taking pictures at and pretending like this is your cottage and that's your cottage and that's your cousin's cottage. Some of those villages. Stow the Wold. So Stow the Wold and Cotswold. Burford and Burton on the Water. And lots of other villages that you'll pass while getting to Blenheim Palace. Lunch is included. So when you get hungry, you've already paid for it. And that 100, you know what? That's where that $1.44 went to. Yeah, it did. Well, this would probably not be a large coach because in so many places in the Cotswolds, the large like buses, coach buses, are not allowed down the streets. So that is it. Fly's Top 5, the English countryside. Out of all the episodes I've done, I really hope that you enjoy this one. It is the one that gets to my heart because it is the place that I hope to spend my last days in many years from now, of course. I want you to experience what I experienced. It will blow your minds. It will. Okay, thank you so much for joining me here at Anywhere But Here, Fly's Top 5. I am Fly Girl TW. Whoop, 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 whoop. And I will see you next time on the show, guys. Thank you so much for your support, and always remember to fly high.